Hello, my friends. For today's reading, I wanted to ask, what is your next best step forward? I don't know how specific I can be since this is a collective reading, but I decided to start with the tea leaves, which I don't usually use at the beginning, especially. I think of them more as giving temporal information rather than spiritual advice. But since I was hoping for more of a practical 3D kind of what should your next step be, it seemed appropriate. In any case, let's see what we have here. We have grapes. Time to go out and have fun. Wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. That's not good. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. And that's right in the middle of this. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. And apple, temptation will test you. That may be connected to that wedge one. It seems likely to me. So it may be that you have a test coming up. So your next step is to pass the test. I'm not really seeing this as telling you to go out and have fun, but you probably are going to go out and have fun, and that's going to give this person and this test an opportunity. On the plus side, it looks like financial gain is coming, and that may also be part of your test. And how will you react to a wish that is not granted? So it's definitely a variety of different tests there. I mean, going out and having fun, there's all kinds of tests that comes from that kind of situation. So you have a lot to be careful of, although it may well be that some of you have one test and some of you have a different test. Of course, a few of you may have more than one test. So it's up to you to handle that properly. I wanted to work with the Santa Muerta deck today. I haven't been working with it very much lately, and it's one of my favorite decks. I used it as a personal deck, at least a little bit, for a while. And I'm not sure why I decided to switch it over to a collective deck. Anyway, let's see what it has to say to you today about all these tests you have coming up. Four of Cups. You've been ungrateful. Perhaps you are still ungrateful. Four of Swords. Two fours. So that's about foundations. I'm getting that you have not been very happy with your life, your circumstances. You've been wanting the Ten of Pentacles. You want it all. Although you're asking here for financial prosperity and well-being. This is not the Ten of Cups, which is the ideal family situation. The ultimate happy families card. But it is also a card of music and soul connections. You have justice. There's something that you have not been taking accountability or responsibility for. Perhaps that ties into your tests. We have the Knight of Cups, a crossing position. So the Knight of Cups can be very emotional, at least on the surface. He's not really a deep kind of person. More the love bomby kind of, well, that was fun, now I'm done. So, what do we need to know about this Knight of Cups? The Knight of Cups can be in love with love, more of a dreamer, and if the reality of the situation doesn't live up to their idealized fantasy, then they'll leave. They're not going to work at it. They don't do responsibility or accountability. They leave. So, they'll have a passionate beginning and then they leave. That's it. The end. So, maybe that's who you are or who you have been. Maybe you're going to be tested to see if you've outgrown that. Yes, I have another card here, but I don't want to put it out yet. So I want to see what else comes out. See if we can clarify it a little bit. This is getting interesting. Hang on, a few more cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man is about the need for a sacrifice of letting something go, and so is the Eight of Cups. The difference is the Hanged Man is a major arcana, so this is the divine acting here. The Nine of Pentacles is about working alone on yourself, self-development, self-cultivation. It's sort of a lesser hermit kind of card. And it may be that you are being called to walk away from something. The Six of Cups in reverse is... I tend to read that as childhood issues. So it would definitely involve the family. When I say childhood issues, I mean, you know, some things that date back to your childhood, something, your family dynamics, something that went on in your childhood that is causing problems for you now in the present. And you have to deal with it. And perhaps you are dealing with it. But it's going to cause a great deal of change to finally come to terms with this. This is not a bad thing, but it is disruptive to your life. It will be a major test for you. How are you going to handle it? Are you finally going to do the healing that is needed for you to move ahead with your life, for you to become the person that you are meant to be? If you need any sort of professional help, please do seek it out. A tarot reading is not going to provide you with that kind of help. No tarot reader can provide you with that kind of help. You have to go out and do the work, whatever work that is required. And you should always do what's best for you what you feel is best for you, and use your own discernment. Any other messages here? Queen of Wands has shown up again in a crossing position. Now we have the Fool and the Two of Swords in reverse. Well, this is good news. So the Fool is about making the leap, taking the leap of faith, trusting the universe to catch you, and overcoming your fear of the unknown. That's always a big test, huh? Not easy for anybody. We're not wired for that kind of thing. And yet, it is asked of us. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords represents stagnation, but you have it in reverse, which is very good news. So perhaps you are ready to move. Oh dear. Now we have another crossing card. This one is lies, deceit, betrayal. So where the Five of Swords represents more of self-sabotage kind of thing, the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles? Oops, my mistake. I thought it was swords. All right. Reset. Seven of Pentacles, not Seven of Swords. So this is about investing in yourself, planting the seeds. It's not the harvest time at all. It is the very beginning. The need to do the work, the preparation. There's a lot of preparatory work that needs to go into healing or making this leap. And you have it as a crossing influence. So it hasn't been done yet. You could do it. I can understand your reluctance. Doesn't mean you're going to get out of it. Next we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is in control of their emotions, although this King of Cups seems to have a drinking problem. That's really what I'm getting from this. The King of Cups is usually not represented as actively drinking in most decks. In this one, it looks like he has a problem. And he's next to the Lovers in reverse. And I should say they because it doesn't matter whether it's king or queen, they can represent male or female in the 3D. So, the Lovers in reverse. There's some growing up to be done. There's some hard choices to be made. Leveling up. This is not a time to be with someone. Whether or not you feel that you have a connection with someone else, this perhaps is Queen of Wands. It's just not the time. The Ace of Pentacles suggests that there is financial groundwork that needs to be done, or at least 3D groundwork that needs to be done. Even if it's not having to do with money, it could have to do with your 3D situation. So maybe your housing needs to be sorted out. Maybe your job needs to be sorted out. It could be a new job because it's an Ace of Pentacles. Oh, no cards there. Here we go. Five of Wands. Okay, so there's definitely a learning period ahead, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to require a great deal of effort. If you were wishing and hoping for something easy, or quick, I don't see either one of those things happening. The Ace of Pentacles is very slow to take root, and certainly much slower to show above ground and become something that can be harvested. Ten of Pentacles would be a harvest card, and although that definitely showed up as a hope for you, it also did not seem like you were anywhere near that point, because it is under there. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And may have come out right on top of that broken wishbone, the wish not granted. So whatever it is you were hoping for in your physical world, it's not that it'll never happen, but it's not happening now. At least that's how I see it. And when it does happen, it'll probably be in a completely different form from what you were expecting. So, you have a lot of work ahead of you. You have tests to undergo and pass, and leveling up to do. If you do have a drinking problem, please do seek professional help. Also, I'm really just getting someone who is not dealing with their emotions. The King of Cups is in control of their emotions, as in they keep them tamped down. They don't deal with them. So, that may be something to look into. All right. I wish you all the best of luck. Good luck with your tests. And get help if you need it. I really do hope everything goes well for you.